Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. As of late, I've been trying to work on Even Warlock, trying to figure out just what kind of Even Warlock would be successful in the current meta, and to be honest, I'm having a lot of trouble with this deck, but I still want to make this video to share with you where I am in the process right now and what I see that the options are and where this kind of deck can be taken. Basically, Even Warlock is a fairly straightforward deck. You have your Mountain Giants, you have your Twilight Drakes, you have your hero power with Gen Greymane. You tap, you play early Mountain Giants, you play huge Twilight Drakes, you win games, or something along those lines anyway. But just finding the right card mix for the meta can be challenging. There are basically just two areas where Even Warlock decks differ. There is the 2-drop area, and then there is the 6-drop deck card area. That's pretty much it. Some people might sometimes cut like Bone Mare for more 2 or 6 drops, but other than that, the core is pretty much solid. And then you also need to choose like how many 2 drops, how many 6 drops do you use. So there's Acidic Swampoos in 1 or 2 copies. There's Bladed Beetle between 0 and 2 copies. And then there would be stuff like Doomsayer could be here from 0 to 2 copies. I've also tried GT Anglebiter, but it didn't work out without those corpse takers. It just wasn't strong enough. So those form your early game plays. And so far, well, I've come to a conclusion that you want at least 1 ooze. I'm really considering 2 oozes because I've been facing Hunters, Paladins, Q-blocks. I mean, quite a few weapons to remove. And I've come to a conclusion that I like Beetle better than I like Doomsayer at the moment. But I'm considering whether I can get more 2-drop slots so that I could fit in 1 Doomsayer and 2 Beetles perhaps. Not sure about that. And then there is the 6 mana slot. And in the 6 mana slot I currently have here Skulking Geist and Black Knight. But I'm beginning to think that these are both wrong. For the current meta, that is. These are actually really sweet cards when you're facing stuff like warriors or you're facing stuff like druids. The thing is, I'm not facing warriors and druids, so they don't quite perform the function that I would want them to. This slot has a bunch of options. There's the Mojo Master Zihi. It's an anti-combo tech, so Skulking Geist kind of does the same against quite a lot of matchups, and better against some, Mojo Master is better against others. Those are kind of interchangeable, so I'm not sure if Mojo Master is even the right tech card for ladder meta right now. Then there would be the Nerubian Unraveler, making spells cost 2 more. Helps you against something like a priest, they can't get off their board, clears, then you just hit them in the face and they die. So that has some potential. Then there would be the Mossy Horror, to destroy minions with 2 or less attack, so you could try to take a little bit harder against something like Odd Paladin. And with this Geist Black Knight list I have had some problems against Odd Paladin actually. Or there would be an option to put in like a second Dread Infernal, or there would also be an option to use both of these card slots to put in more 2-drops instead. That's basically everything you do when you're taking an Even Warlock at the moment. And from there it just depends on what kind of meta you're facing, what would be the right choices, and I'm still looking for those ones. I like taking this list against warriors, druids. I find it to be okay against Hunter too, but I find this to be a little bit on the weak side against stuff like Paladin and Priest. So still hoping to be able to improve this. Anyway, I have collected some of the more memorable games from the journey so far. Some with this list. This has been the best performing list that I have played so far, but I don't think this is good enough yet. Some are also with some other variants. So I hope you enjoy the games. Let's see. Alright, but now we're up against the Hunter.
We have turned our curse.
So let's see. He kept his entire hand too. That is a slightly worrying sign, because that probably means that there is a Crackling Razormaw. Well, there is no Crackling Razormaw. And I find a bladed beetle. Alright, that's a good top deck. Let's play that one out there. Master's calling. Meyer subscribed. Thank you. I won the crucial game then. I think I'm just coining a Twilight Drake out there, to be honest. And get to work on these. That's still a 4/7. It can challenge quite a lot of the things that the Hunter can do. Unless he picks up that 30% poisonous here. +3 attack, so that's going face, right? It could also go into Twilight Drake if he wants to prepare for something. Well, I could heal the Twilight Drake and then kill the hyena. I actually like that quite a lot. That will let me hold on to the Spellstone for something like a Thunder Rhino or something later. Well, let's heal this one. Then kill the hyena. Then kill the Razormaw. But, of course, this can still be killed with a flanking strike. But we've cleared one hyena. But the Thunder Rhino is incredibly weak here. Oh, he wants to play Rexxar next turn. If I double trade, he is going to play Rexxar. I see. This is such a clear Rexxar next turn play, right? It really looks like a Rexxar next turn play to me. I don't think I want to defile though. I think I'll Spellstone and trade with this. That goes down to 1, but this one now survives the Rexxar Battle Cry. Another Thunder Rhino. Okay. Well, that means that there won't be... There has to be the Rexxar still coming, right? But I can just Dread Infernal this. I don't want to do a Defile play, I want to do the Dread Infernal. Means that he can Candle shut down the Shroom Brewer. It's fine. It's fine, we do this, and now there's no more Thunder Rhinos. They can be the Rexxar now. Or not. No more Scavenging Hyenas. Okay. But he can't give it charge. Right. He can Dire Frenzy it, but I think I'm cool with that. So this is probably tap silence, Sun Fury Protector kind of turn. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I might still want the Hellfire for later. But if he Dire Frenzies the hyena, he still gets a bunch of hyenas into the deck. Even though the original is silenced. Spring Pause.
Your magic shall not save.
I still think this is Silenced Sun Fury. Let's try this. If either of these survives this turn, then there's always the Bone Mare. They might not survive, but both Spring Paws have been spent. He doesn't exactly have a lot of stuff that can rush. What is he adapting? The Leok. Interesting. So I can either Bone Mare or I can just play a Lich King. If I Bone Mare, I think it's just Lich King. I'll trade away that one. And I'll just play the Lich King. Let's try this. Because what is he going to do to the Lich King? I've seen one kill command, I've seen both Spring Paws, I've seen both Thunder Rhinos. Spellbreaker might be good, in case there are some hyena plays. JC, how did you fall that down? I played Mind Blast Priest, and it did extremely poorly. I don't want to play the Sun Fury yet. Let's wait.
To my side.
I think I need to play the Sun Fury out there. I don't know. I could have maybe played this game better. We'll see. He can play the Lynx now and still have 4 go into face. He doesn't want to play the Lynx. That's an interesting move. Now I don't know what his plan is. Because now I can play the Mountain Giant. Okay, so what is the plan? I know he has a Lynx, he has a card that he kept. What is the plan? Timberwolf, Lynx, that's just 3 damage Lynx. That's not enough to kill the giant yet. Oh, but with a Wing Blast he can. Okay. And now the Hooked Reaver would be activated. And I've seen the Spring Paw and the Lynx. What if there's another Spring Paw and the Lynx? I guess we'll see about that later. I'm not tapping more here. Let's just get the 7/7 on the board. On the board he has 6 damage currently. You can also have stuff like kill commands, of course. Oh, Master's Call can give him another Spring Paw. Then the Spring Paw, the Lynx and the Candle Shot would be enough to kill. That's the 30% poisonous. If he doesn't get that, then he would have to sacrifice everything. Well, this is an interesting position, because now I know that he has a lot of beasts in hand. Lots of potential plays here. I'm a little bit looking at the Shroom-Brewer Homunculus, because I don't see a great Defile board here. But I could kill the Leok. Then I could heal up this fellow. I could develop the Homunculus, which will buff my Spellstone. So now I have a pair of taunts here. He still has the Timberwolf, so there's still +1 attack on the remaining minions. But if he had Spring Paw last turn, he would have killed this, right? He would not have played Razormaw. So there is no Spring Paw. Alright, alright. Here I could simply hit there and defile these away. Then there won't be any Timberwolves left either. Then I can still develop a 7/7 on the way. I think I like that. Then defile, and then the Hooked Reaver. So I got a 7/7 on the way. There's no more Timberwolves. And I have the ability to... If I kill the Leok, I can still just Spellstone the Hyena. This will be at 4. That's acceptable. Spellstone Ooze, because this is probably the last weapon. What if he has Thunder Rhino and something? I can always at least silence the Thunder Rhino. If I can hit there, I can Spellstone that Hyena. And I can use the Candle Shot. I don't think I want to be tapping here, because he still has 2 kill commands in that deck. There's the Thunder Rhino with a kill command. But this just means that I can Hellfire the Thunder Rhino to prevent it from being Dire Frenzied, right? Yes, it's just Hellfire. And I want to develop a minion, so I need to play the Spellbreaker for no actual use. I've seen one kill command now, so we need a bunch of stuff. Do I just cool down? I have a couple of Hook Reavers and a Homunculus back. Yeah, I just cool down here. Let's just make sure that I will be far, far out of reach. Get to 16, build an instant board in a pack, and that would be a win. Maybe cooldown is too greedy of a keep. We don't do a greedy keep. Alright, we start with a tap. But if things had gone differently and he would have had like a big hyena, and I would not have had any way to deal with that. Oh, poisonous. Let's see about this. Do I want to tap more? Mid-casting. I think I can afford to tap another one. Let's do this. I probably need to Hellfire pretty quickly here. If he plays Animal Companion, he gets 4 health minion. Hellfire doesn't deal with that. Oh dear, oh dear. That Master's Call. And that Poisonous Minion. Scary stuff. Poisonous Minion is the really scary part here, because it prevents me from developing. What if I still don't Hellfire yet? But what if he now has a Scavenging Hyena? And he can kill off... And he can kill off multiple beasts.
Must destroy.
Then that would mean... I play Shroom Brewer, he kills off a couple of beasts, the Hyena gets to more than 3 health. I have a Spellstone that deals 5, but not yet. Oh, that's tricky. I think actually the right play is to play the Homunculus here. Like, I think Coin Hellfire is alright. It had potential, yes. But I figured that I can buff up my Spellstone with this, so I can entice him to kill off stuff in order to buff up a Hyena. And after he kills off stuff to buff up his Hyena, I just Spellstone it away. That was the idea I had here. That I'm baiting him to play more stuff into this. But I'm not sure. Maybe that plan wasn't, because then again it does leave an opening for Tundra Rhino. So perhaps that was not that great. Oh, there's a 4/6 poisonous. 5/6 poisonous. That's a big poisonous minion. Let's see about this one. I don't die to double kill command here, but if he trades with the 5/6, then there might be a Defile board opening up. I might also just go face. Oh, but if he finds the 30% Wind Fury, I have died before when they have just found Wind Fury on a pretty decent sized existing minion. He has to go face, right? Let's see. I think he's going face. And then there is a chance that I die to some kill commands in the near future. I mean, there's now 1 on the board and there's a 2 on the board. And going face was probably the right play. So I have to hit this one over there, then I can Defile. Then after Defile I can either play Shroom Brewer or I can play Hooked Reaver. With Hooked Reaver play I die to 2 kill commands. No, I don't, because I get 3 armor. I get 3 armor from the Beetle. It's perfectly fine to play a Hooked Reaver, which as a 7/7 gives me an answer to a Tundra Rhino, possibly. Okay, he has that Lynx. That's the Lynx that he's holding there. Doesn't want to play the Lynx yet. Okay. I suppose I will be trading away the Leok. Leok is a scary fellow. And he really looks like he is holding on to some kill commands. So I think I need to Shroom Brewer my face here. Might be too early to play the Ooze. And I don't quite dare to tap. I'll need to play another Shroom Brewer next turn, I believe. Now this is within kill command reach. Or... not with just the Lynx, he needs more. Oh, he has Lynx and Spring Paw, okay. All together, they can do it. Everything he does just seems so much like... there's going to be kill commands coming. And I don't have a lot of healing here. Nor do I have a lot of threats. I need to go down to 14. Then double kill command can kill me in 2 turns. Unless I find a spell stone. But if he has Thunder Rhino, that's a risk. I think I just have to go down to 14 here. But now, everything he has done really screams kill command to me, but I'm not sure. I mean, that one is going face. Yeah, I knew that.
This curse has become our greatest strength.
Double kill command is lethal now if he has it. But he didn't have it originally when he started out this plan. Because if he did, then it would have come already. I mean, these cards are too new. They cannot be the double kill command. But I need the Spellstone or Gul'dan. Preferably, of course, Gul'dan. Rhino. Rhino can get to face with the Lynx. And I can't kill. Oh, he did have a kill command. Actually, that was a top deck kill command. And then I died. Even if I get a Spellstone, I'm still dead. Huh. I don't dare to keep the Gul'dan. Let's see. Raoul, what deck should I use for Legend? I am currently rank 3. Well, that Even Paladin that I played against the last game, Even Paladin is pretty good, as is Secret Paladin. And then of course Midrange Hunter is very powerful. So there are quite a few decks that you can actually play to Legend right now. If you don't have new stuff, you have pre-nerf stuff, then Hybrid Hunter or Rogue still works just fine. Shisan, what are your thoughts about an Odd Warlock deck? Why would you play an Odd Warlock though? I'm not sure. What's the advantage? You don't take damage from your hero power, but I don't think it gives you enough of an advantage. Hendrik, I do think it's possible to reach Legend with Midrange Hunter. Yes, obviously I think it's possible to reach Legend with Midrange Hunter. Midrange Hunter is perhaps the best deck in this game. So... yes. Downside is that everyone else is playing that too, so if you want to be special, then playing Midrange Hunter is not that, but it's super powerful. That's painful. Well, he can't steal it yet. I mean, I can kill the Acolyte, of course, if I silence... well, I don't have to kill the Acolyte if I silence it. Then I can... if I silence the Acolyte, I can't silence my own Giant. If I were to silence my own Giant, then... nothing I can do about the Acolyte. Yeah, this became an interesting turn all of a sudden. Too bad I can't damage myself and buff up the spell stone. Do I really take 8 to the face? That's pretty weak. This was probably incorrect. I couldn't figure out a good play there. But I don't think this was it. Well, I have a lot of decks. Sword Mage, Midrange Hunter, Might Blast, Wall Priest, Q-Block. When I lose, I keep switching them. Yeah, that might be the problem. At least you need to focus enough that you know how to play a particular deck. Okay, what does healing that do if you're going to let the Doomsayer go off? My point exactly. 9 cards in hand. I can go to 10 cards in hand. That's cool, that's cool. I can play a Twilight Drake out there. Okay. It's not impossible to get to Legend, but you do have to check out on what kind of meta you're facing and then try to pick up a deck that's good against that. And then you will be able to do it. So no Anduin quite yet, but soon. There's no 1-mana spells in that deck. Well, there is the Powered Shield. Does removing Powered Shield help me in some way? Probably want to take the hit there. This one goes down to 6. I think I want to play it again. Let's see. This is Mind Blast Priest, so I have a bit more of a chance against this one than I have against the OT case, but it can still be rough. I'm using Sword Paladin in the next expansion. Odd Paladin can beat many control decks too. Odd Paladin just has a lot of raw power in it. And sometimes it doesn't give you enough damage to beat a control deck, but sometimes it does. He could rush in. He could rush in a minion over here, but I didn't want to take away the 1-mana spells. I felt that it would not be powerful enough. Okay. I probably have to kill the Roaster. Anduin could come down next turn. So I don't want to coin a Lich King out there. I just kill this Roaster. And I play my Geist. Not the greatest thing to remove Powered Shields from him, but we'll do that this time. What to get to rank 10? Well, Hunt would be good probably. Every turn. Not quite every turn, but many of the turns, yes. So, does he have the Mind Blasts? I am somewhat vulnerable to Mind Blasts at the moment. But I do get to kill off his minion. And I get to develop a 7/7. Yeah. And I believe I need to take this opportunity to heal my face with the Shroom Brewer. Just trying to hold on to Gul'dan. There's of course also Alexstrasza still left. He does not have 18 reach yet. He has a Shadow Visions card though, so he could actually have 19 for 10 mana. What if he plays Alex next turn? Problems abound. What if I simply coin Gul'dan this turn? I don't get anything back because all the demons are still in the deck. So I don't get the board. But I could kill Alex with the Hellfire Spellstone kind of play. So coining Gul'dan is safe here. I'm coining Gul'dan. He can get through the armor, but if he has 3 Mind Blasts, then he can kill me. In a while. Yeah, Hellfire Spellstone, I know. That's what I was counting on. On what can I do here. But the real problem is that he chips away the armor, and if he has 3 Mind Blasts or more, then he can get enough damage. I won't be able to get out of reach. Like here, if I do Hellfire Defile and he has 3 Mind Blasts. But I can do Shroom Brewer. But I shouldn't. Right? That would take me to 20. But if it's able to Shadow Visions or Mind Blast... Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, I could just defile this one away. Develop the Shroom Brewer. Leave the Dark Reaper alive. Would that be the best line? Because I want Black Knight a 4-8 taunt. I don't want Black Knight a Dark Reaper. I actually think I like that one. I think I actually like this one. This might entice him to go for Alexstrasza. Then I can do Hellfire Spellstone to kill the Alex. But I'm still afraid of him having 3 Mind Blasts. That's the biggest thing. There's the target for my Black Knight. This is what I was waiting for. Can I play Homunculus? It will buff up the Spellstone, so I believe I can. I think it's fine. I think it's... But he can steal the Homunculus. He has the Cabal Shadow Priests, of course. He also has one more Acolyte left. One more Acolyte can also be used to steal stuff like Lich King. I think I'm not playing the Homunculus yet. I just Black Knight the Taunt minion. But that Alexstrasza is going to come down at some point. So even though now I got to nice health total, then Alexstrasza followed by multiple copies of Mind Blast is always an option. Using that Holy Fire on my Black Knight though, that's just madness. That doesn't achieve anything. Holy Fire is meant to go face. I might not even play this Homunculus during this game. We'll see. Okay, he goes for the steal.
Is someone injured?
So I will Hellfire. Now I no longer have a Defile, of course. I still need a way to deal with the Alex. But I could Hellfire... I could Hellfire Spellstone, Hero Power. That's one way. I also have the option to silence the Twilight Drake, of course. Put it down to 1 health, but it's only 2 attack. But if he has Alex and that... I think this is the line. But now if he plays Alex and attacks with this... I mean, I have that 5 damage coming from this one already. This is the Alex turn. As expected. Now there would be a Hooked Reaver. Not the time to do Hooked Reaver. This is Hellfire. Spellstone the Alex. Ping the Twilight Drake. I get to 20. But he might be able to wear me down from here to within his reach. He doesn't have a lot of cards in hand right now. But it's kind of possible. He has spent both Acolytes, so I can play the Lich King. And I suppose I need to start pinging his Twilight Drake here. The Lich King card I get is an Obliterate. Well, maybe at some point I can take the damage. Oh boy. Well, that mind control from the Witch Doctor was something I did not play around. So did I just lose to that now? Possibly. That was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. Getting mind controlled. Not my favorite thing. Now I might just die. He got a Frostmourne. So he gets the Lich King through, and that's going to end the game next turn. Wow. How about that? But there are no outs. Shroom Brewers, Sun Furies. Don't build up enough of a board. Something like Hero Powers obliterates. Don't do enough. Because Shroom Brewer Hero Powers needed to stay about 16 damage, and I can't prevent all of that from coming face. So then I died. But maybe they don't always have it. Perhaps I could consider that more.
We have turned our curse
Okay, another Even Paladin. So yesterday I faced one odd Paladin, and I mulliganed like it was going to be even, because I was expecting everyone to play Even Paladin. But now the situation has normalized, and we are facing Even Paladin every turn. No, every Paladin game. This Even Paladin kept all the cards, so there should be Corpse Taker, Blessing of Kings in hand. There should not be a reason to keep that many cards unless they have those kinds of tools available. That will make life difficult. I think I need to tap one more time. I need these resources. If he plays the Secret, it could be Repentance. I'm probably dropping the Twilight Drake out there. And not the Giant yet. I think Twilight Drake is the better option here. We get to see if it's Repentance. It is. But this is still fine. Now he should always play the Corpse Taker. He should always have Corpse Taker here, and he should always play it. One and a 2, but there is no tree. Well, there is a tree if I play my Sun Fury Protector out there, so this one goes quite nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that would be Sun Fury Protector into... I can actually tap again, right? Do I tap again? I go down to 14. Next turn I will play Hooked River. Or I stay at 16.
computing.
Play Giant. Going down to 14 can be a little bit scary. Do I want to go down? I don't want to go down to 14. I'll just defile and don't tap. He still has 2 cards left that he kept, so I assume one of them is a Blessing of Kings. And hopefully the other one is not a second Corpse Taker. It is a second Corpse Taker. Okay, well that's pretty rough. Because now if this one can deal 14 next turn, that would be 15. What can I even do about this? If I tap into Hooked River, that kills Hooked River anyway. If I silence this now, it loses the Wind Fury. It could still become a 7/7. And how do I deal with that? If I don't silence it now... Next turn I don't have enough mana to play Shroom Brewer Spellbreaker. I have to silence it now. This is still the way. Because otherwise I will die if there's a Blessing of Kings. And I have no this card should be Blessing of Kings. You would keep Argent Protector double Corpse Taker Blessing of Kings. You would absolutely keep a hand like that.
It's time for a little blow.
Now that's 5 damage. If I Hellfire, I can't play a minion, which means that I will die to an Avenging Wrath. In other words, I need to play the Hooked River. This probably prevents Avenging Wrath lethal. So now if I Hellfire, I go down to 5. Then I can Shroom Brewer myself up. And I can Shroom Brewer myself to 9. Which means that I do not die to an Avenging Wrath yet.
Just a city, then you are mine.
Okay, I can hit there and I can defile this board. And then I can play a Twilight Drake. I can play Twilight Drake so that I will have a minion on the board. Now my Gul'dan is delayed a fair bit, and he has silences in that deck. Oh, there's going to be a steed next turn. If I Hellfire the Spirit of the Tiger, he doesn't get the 6/6 from the steed. I go down to 6 health. There's a chance that I die to an Avenging Wrath. He steeds the Tiger. The Tiger is a 2/9. It survives a hit from the Mountain Giant. I go down to 7. On 8 I play Lich King. What if he has silence? I still think the Giant is the play here. More held on the board so I don't die to an Avenging Wrath. He's going to play a Steed. He's going to play a Tarim. Tarim and Face. But this gives me the Bone Mare play. I can Bone Mare the Giant to kill the Tarim, and then I can kill his Spirit. I want to Bone Mare the Giant and not the Drake, because if it gets silenced then the Giant becomes an 8/8. Whereas this one would become a 4/1. And I get more held on the board so I don't die to Avenging Wrath. And I'm 2 turns away from Gul'dan. I can kill this. I can silence it. What else he has left? He has another Steed. He has Tyrion. I don't have a Noose. I need to go for the silence still. If he had Tyrion here this turn, wouldn't he? No, he wouldn't play Tyrion, would he? Maybe he would. But I still have the Ooze in the deck. I can find the Ooze by the time he finds Tyrion. He has played his Tarim. He might have an Equality. I think I need to kill the minion still. Just to try to play it safe. I die to... he can't play Equality Avenging Wrath. He was able to top deck the Tyrion. So a little bit afraid he might. He's going to have 5 from the Ashbringer. I don't have any Homunculi that would have died. But I do build a bit of a board with Gul'dan. So it's still a Gul'dan turn. What if he just goes Face? I think this is still what it is. Kill that. We clean up that. Play the Gul'dan. I get the Hooked Reavers back. I'm at 11. Equality Avenging Wrath is lethal. Not much else is lethal. Is he going to kill the Bone Mare to prevent a good trade on the Lich King, or is he going to hit Face? He likes to hit Face. I see what you did there. Okay. I mean, I have to ooze the weapon, right? Ooze and Lich King. Trade, trade, trade. Or hit, hero power, hit, Lich King. They can be silence. They could be silence into Argent Commander. That would be 9.
I must feed now.
They can be Death Coil Consecration. I think this is the safe. I can't play around. I can't play around everything. He will always have an out. He will always have an out in this position. A combination of Lich King cards, Silence, Equality, Avenging Wraths. These sorts of things always give him the potential to have an out here. There was not a single play that would not give him some kind of an out. Argent Commander could be there. No matter what I do, there's always some kind of potential out. 16 plus 6 is 22, 25, 28. I'm 1 off. So I need to play the Homunculus to prevent Consecration from being an out. He still has the Lich King card left. But if the Lich King card is Doom Pact or anything like that, oh, then I die if I play the Homunculus.
So many bloody decisions.
Not if I anti-magic shell it. 6 mana. There. Homunculus. Anti-magic shell. This one trades that one. These go face. Silence is lethal, but Lich King card cannot be a silence. It could be a Doom Pact. It is not a Doom Pact. Doom Pact, Death Coil were lethal.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.